Welcome back to News Radio 590 KLBJ AM and on the FM dial at 99.7. Everywhere at newsradioklbj.com. And let's give them some business. The Austin City Council is zeroing in on the new property tax rate for next year. As expected, Kirk Watson says they'll look to hike that rate by the highest percentage allowed by state law.
47.76 cents per $100 valuation, which includes an increase of 3.5%. If we go above that rate, we must call an election.
Now, Watson has previously expressed a desire to seek voter approval to go above that 3.5% increase. The current proposed tax rate would tack an additional $188 to the average homeowner's bill. Other taxing entities in Travis County are hiking rates, including the Austin School District, the Austin Community College, Central Health, and Travis County count itself. Yeah, it is 5:42. It's almost time for back-to-school savings, days away from the annual Texas tax-free weekend.
Families with children in elementary through high school spend an average of just under $900 for the start of the school year and double that for those heading to college. The good news is the Texas tax-free weekend is just around the corner. Parents and shoppers can save $8 for every $100 spent on qualifying clothing, footwear, and school supplies during the tax-free weekend, which runs August 9th through 11th. That's both online and in stores. A full list of what's taxed and what's not is on the Texas Comptroller's Office website.
Yeah, we do have a link on that on our website at newsradioklbj.com. Newsman Eric Lycom reporting. With more on your money, here is Jessica Ettinger.
Wall Street opens this morning after an ugly stock sell-off on Friday. The July jobs report came in weaker than expected. Bond yields fell. Mortgage rates did too. The Dow on Friday was down as much as 900 points. Kind of spooked everybody. About a third of the drop in the Dow on Friday was because of Amazon. Its shares tanked on disappointing quarterly results.
When a correction happens, it always feels like it's something worse. 100% of the time, it feels like it's going to be a bear market when you've got profit growth, when you've got GDP growth continuing, when you've still got job growth going on. It's hard to get really bearish.
Cerity Partners' Jim Lebenthal on CNBC. The U.S. added just 114,000 jobs last month. Normally, that would be okay, but after such strong job creation post-pandemic, it was well below expectations.
The unemployment rate moved up to 4.3. That is the warmest it's been since October of 21.
CNBC's Rick Santelli. The Labor Department notes that Hurricane Beryl knocked out power to more than 2.5 million homes and businesses in Texas. That happened in early July, and that could have impacted the numbers.
Not that there's a lot of firing or job loss going on. There's not a lot of hiring. This is a weak report. Used to be a pretty normal level. 114 we'd be pretty happy with. I think we're at this phase right now where the catch-up hiring, especially in the health and education sector and in the government sector, that, at least in the month of July, has come to an end.
CNBC senior economics reporter Steve Leisman. Others put it all in perspective.
We can't overinterpret 1 month of jobs data. So while the jobs data is down, the growth rate in the second quarter was almost 3% because it's 1 month, and we've seen months down before over the last 3 years, and then they bounce back.
Urban League President Mark Morial on CNBC.
Jessica, what happened to mortgage rates over the weekend?
They dropped on Friday. A couple of times, actually, last week. Mortgages loosely follow the yield on the 10-year Treasury. And as that dropped, the average rate on a 30-year fixed home loan came down from more than 7% to 6.4% on Friday. The numbers are according to Mortgage News Daily, and this means people who have mortgages in the 7% range, they're able to refi.
There are 900,000 more folks that could save 0.75% through a refinance today than there were just a couple of days ago. We're up 60% in terms of refinance incentive here over the last couple of days just because of that drop in rates.
Intercontinental Exchange's Andy Walden on CNBC. Mortgage rates at their lowest now since April of 2023. On today's watch list, we get earnings from Tyson Foods.
That is Jessica Ettinger reporting. It is 5:55. Stay with us. Got the top story straight ahead here on News Radio KLBJ.
The Todd and Oz Show.